Hello everybody, and welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Today we're going to talk about Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, and that Johnny might have just won the case. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. With his legal action against a Rupert Murdoch-owned tabloid on hold in the UK due to coronavirus lockdowns, Johnny Depp on Friday saw Amber Heard's move to effectively steamroll Depp's $50 million defamation suit against her hit a significant judicial roadblock. Defendant's demur is sustained as to the fourth statement listed above, but it is overruled as to the other three statements, wrote Fairfax County Chief Judge Bruce White on Friday in a lengthy opinion letter, which you can read it here, to lawyers on both sides of the personal and messy battle. Further, defendant's plea in bar regarding the statute of limitations is denied. Counsel shall prepare an order reflecting the court's ruling and forward that order to the court for entry, the Virginia state judge added. Nothing the trio of statements by her distinctly implied that Depp had abused her, as she had claimed in the past. Ostensibly still set to go to trial in the Commonwealth in August, the already litigious Depp first filed the suit just over a year ago in Virginia, which has more flexible defamation laws than California or New York. Ms. Heard is not a victim of domestic abuse, she is a perpetrator. The complaint from the Pirates of the Caribbean star insisted in reaction to an op-ed Heard wrote about her domestic violence for the Washington Post in December 2018. Team Johnny unusually did not respond to requests for comment on today's letter from White, but Heard's top lawyer Roberta Kaplan certainly tried to glean some victory from the sting of a defeat to dismiss and avoid a trial. Today's decision leaves it to a jury to decide the meaning of Miss Heard's op-ed and the truth of what she said, the Kaplan, Hecker, and Fink LLP partner told Deadline, as the hope that the statute of limitations may have also worked in the Aquaman actor's favor withered. As we have said, the courts have strong mechanisms in place for determining the truth. The defense attorney also said after having filed the dismissal attempt back in September, "Here we remain confident that Miss Heard will prevail at trial when the jury is presented with evidence on the question that the court identified, namely whether Miss Heard was abused by Mr. Depp." In response to Kaplan's statement, Depp's main lawyer Adam Waldman sent over the following this afternoon. Today's court ruling speaks for itself. Roberta Kaplan's suggestion that losing their own motion to dismiss was what they had planned all along also speaks for itself. As for Amber Heard's mythical evidence that Ms. Kaplan confidently cites, we and reality both look forward to seeing it. Born into a media spotlight, the Rum Diary co-star's relatively short marriage came to an end in 2016 with a temporary restraining order slapped against Oscar nominee Depp after domestic violence claims. The relationship ended in a $7 million divorce settlement, most of which Heard ultimately donated to charity. Although Heard's op-ed never mentions Depp by name, the actor and his lawyers additionally claim the piece tarnished Depp's good-ish name. Amidst a series of lawsuits and settlements, many in Depp's favor over recent years, that PR stain supposedly cost him a place in the planned Pirates reboot, a claim the franchise's studio Disney neither confirmed nor denied, or even said was on the high seas at the time. Hunkered down in France and unable to travel due to COVID-19 restrictions in Europe and around the globe, Depp was set to take the Sun newspaper to trial in London for libel on March 23rd. The Murdoch tab called the Sweeney Todd star a wife-beater in a 2018 article on his marriage to Heard and his status in Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald. Mr. Depp has spent years seeking justice, says Waldman, Depp's lead lawyer, earlier this month regarding the UK postponement. The judge hearing Mr. Depp's defamation case against the Sun raised safety and practicality concerns. The DC-based attorney noted on the decision by the High Court Judge Andrew Nicol to postpone hearing. Although the case is extremely important to Mr. Depp, he was also uneasy about putting anyone else in harm's way for the sake of it. Mr. Depp will wait for the courts and borders to safely reopen, and then we will do this properly. Johnny Depp and Amber Heard will not be coming head-to-head in a courtroom anytime soon. Depp's $50 million defamation lawsuit against Heard has been delayed again, with the former husband and wife set to face off in a courtroom come April 11, 2022. The trial is expected to last 2 weeks, but has already been rescheduled several times now. The trial was last pushed back in September 2020, while Judge White delayed it due to backlogs in the state's court system because of the coronavirus pandemic. At the time, Depp wanted to reschedule because of his Fantastic Beasts 3 shooting schedule. He has since been dropped from the film after he lost a British libel claim against The Sun, which published an article calling him a wife-beater. A high court judge found the article was substantially true. A 3-week trial in July 2020 saw a judge rule that Depp assaulted Heard, who he was married to from 2015 to 2017 on a dozen occasions, putting her in fear of her life 3 times. Depp challenged that ruling with his application to appeal due to be heard in March. The 57-year-old Pirates of the Caribbean actor also sued Aquaman star Heard after she wrote an article in the Washington Post claiming to be a victim of domestic abuse. Depp claimed that he was the real victim of domestic abuse. Depp initially launched the proceedings against Heard in March 2019. However, if you look at what happened in January, things are a bit different. Amber Heard will be allowed to pursue her $100 million defamation countersuit against her ex-husband Johnny Depp after a judge stopped the actor's attempt to use new legislation to have the case against him thrown out. According to legal documents obtained by The Hollywood Reporter, Fairfax County Judge Bruce D. White blocked Depp's attempt to have Heard's countersuit dismissed based on a new anti-SLAPP strategic lawsuits against public participation law passed in Virginia last year. This new legislation is intended to prevent people from using courts and the threat of lawsuits to intimidate people who are exercising their First Amendment rights. Those being sued most often invoke it to strike down a case because it involves speech on a matter of public concern. The judge cited precisely this lack of public concern as the reason to dismiss Depp's request, adding that Heard has alleged sufficient facts to support her defamation claims, specifically that Mr. Depp may have made these statements with actual or constructive knowledge or with reckless disregard for whether they are false. However, while Heard will be able to pursue her countersuit, the judge did throw out one aspect of her case that cited the Virginia Computer Crimes Act and claimed that Depp organized a social media bot attack against her to have her removed from Aquaman. White determined that there was a lack of evidence to support this claim, explaining the pleading fails to demonstrate that the social media accounts communicated obscene language, suggested obscene acts, or threatened illegal or immoral acts. Rather, it appears that Mr. Depp texted those statements privately to two of his friends, and Ms. Heard has not alleged that Mr. Depp intended for her to see them. Depp is suing Heard for defamation in Virginia courts over a 2018 op-ed she wrote for the Washington Post in which she called herself a survivor of domestic abuse, although she never mentioned Depp by name. The actor is seeking $50 million in damages. Heard initially filed her defamation counterclaims in response to this suit after Depp's attorney, Adam Waldman, called her allegations of domestic violence fake and a sexual violence hoax last year. The judge sided with Heard in this initial ruling, saying that Waldman's statements were not protected opinion because whether Mr. Depp abused Ms. Heard is a fact that is capable of being proven true or false. He added that Depp's and his attorney's remarks imply that Ms. Heard lied and perjured herself when she appeared before a court in 2016 to obtain a temporary restraining order against Mr. Depp, and imply that she has lied about being a victim of domestic violence. He continued, in light of the #MeToo movement and today's social climate, falsely claiming abuse would surely injure Ms. Heard's reputation in the common estimation of mankind. Therefore, this court finds that the statements contain the requisite sting for an actionable defamation claim. However, we know that a whole lot of stuff has changed since then, and that Amber Heard was clearly in the wrong, being disproved and discrepancies being found multiple times. We might talk about the effect of Amber Heard on Johnny Depp's mental health over the years in another video, but essentially she had been domestically abusing him, constantly causing conflict, and essentially seduced him in 2012 for his money, resulting in a lot of issues for him. Hopefully the great Johnny Depp can make a comeback soon. Till then, make sure you subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. We'll see you later, and have a good one.